now, ladies and gentlemen,
The time has come.
Oh, that is the boulder badge. Go right ahead. This part's kind of tedious because you have to show each individual badge to each individual guard. You can pass here only if you have the Cascade badge. Yep, I got the Cascade badge from beating Misty. This music is, it's tense. It builds up. I like it. But this part does go on a little long just because you have to show each individual badge. This eventually would be like repeated throughout several of the following games, which I don't quite get that decision. It seems like something that you would fix, but oh well. Now here's the thing. You can go one by one. You can keep coming back here showing each badge as you get it. That's an option. And actually, if you choose to skip certain gyms, which you can do because you can actually skip Lieutenant Surge's gym, after you get cut, you can just go right to Lavender Town, completely ignore Lieutenant Surge. That is an option. You then wouldn't be able to continue here because you don't have the Thunder Badge. But I believe there's actually a glitch to get around the guard here, so I'm pretty certain that you can actually beat this game without ever beating Lieutenant Surge. It's kind of odd how you can keep talking to them over and over again, even if you've already talked to them and they're still surprised by the fact that you have the badge. Like, he's like, alright, go ahead, I can talk to him again. You can only pass here without a volcano badge. Oh, you have it! Wow! What do we have here? Victory Road Gate, Pokemon League. Yep, here we are in the cave that now leads to the Pokemon League Championship. Yep, we gotta go through a cave. And look at that, this Wild Encounter is level 43. This is why this is the ideal place for grinding. And over here we have a pressure plate where we need to bring one of these boulders here to with strength so that we can hold it there and continue onward. Let's go ahead and move this boulder about. We need to be careful moving this one because if we get it up against the walls of anything, then we won't be able to move it again and we'll have to exit and re-enter in order to get it in the right position. Thing is, they thought of this, and I'll give them some credit. They made the entrance 2 bricks wide in case you accidentally blocked it off with the boulder somehow. Even though the entrance, if you look at the sprite outside, it's just a single door. Let's see. Oh, okay. This is simple. We just need to bring it up again, and the reason there's this open area over here so you can actually go around it and push it there. And you don't want to push it one higher, otherwise it's going to be up against the roof and you won't be able to push it further. Or you won't be able to push it back down, rather. Now in this cave, and this is a bit odd to me for some reason, but in this cave resides the final of the 3 legendary birds. Why is there a level 24 Machop in here? Anyway, yeah, the final of the 3 birds is here Moltres. So you can go through here completely ignoring it, but this is probably the most likely instance in finding a bird just because it's in the path you need to go. Like, we didn't have to go to the power plant, we didn't have to go to Seafoam Islands. Ooh, looks like they're giving a choice of an item here. I'm gonna go ahead and take the item over here. A rare candy, you know what? I'll take that. I'm also realizing now we have 2 rare candies. Let's go ahead and use one on Nikolai and one on Doris. I suppose I could take the time to check experience and how close they are. All are to leveling up, but I'm going to be leveling them all up in time eventually anyway, so it doesn't matter which ones I do now as much. This lady has a Persian, the evolution of Meowth. I think this is the first time we've seen Persian, actually. But it's just a pure normal type. We don't really have any fighting type coverage, unfortunately. We have more strength boulders up here. This place gets a little confusing, but we'll make it through. Because something that's kind of unfortunate is that every time you go into a new level, you're going to have to do strength again, because it deactivates as soon as you go to a different floor. This one's pretty simple, we just got to push it one over before we push it down, because as you can see, if we push it down, it's just going to be up against that corner, and we'll be able to move it either way. This way we can get up next to it and then push it in place, which pushing that there will remove the obstacles that were here. These Pokemon do out-level us a little bit, but our type advantages are usually what's getting us the win. As you can see, we're one-shotting most anything that's weak to our strongest moves. Let's go ahead and see what that TM we picked up was. TM5. This is Mega Kick. I don't remember if that's fighting type or not. I don't think it is. But at the same time, I don't really need Ember with Doris, I suppose. So sure. It's like Nat King Cole is trying to learn Reflect. Which, sure. I mean, Psywave has been completely useless for us, so yeah, you can learn that. You know, I realized in the last part I was using that escape rope to get out of that cave, but Nat King Cole has Teleport. maybe I could have just used teleport. I can't remember if it works in caves or not. And what is TM17? It is submission. Now I know for a fact that is a fighting type move, and it is a strong one. So you know what? Mega Kick, I know we just learned you, but I'm already getting rid of you. Yet another TM, TM47 is explosion. No, we are not teaching that to any of our Pokemon. I don't even feel like selling that because that's promoting terrorism. I accidentally got on the bicycle in a cave. I didn't even know I could do that. And would you look at that, going down that ladder, we have an item here, guard spec, I don't care about that. But there is the legendary bird right there. Bobby seems like a good pick since it is a fire type. Hello, Moltres. He says Gyow as well. They all say Gyow, don't they? Now, Moltres in his original Japanese sprite looked kind of stupid. Just look at it. Here he looks fine. I never really cared for Moltres as much just because he always annoyed me in Pokemon Stadium, as in the original Nintendo 64 game. There was this rocket grunt who had a Moltres. Yes, this rocket grunt, not even a big gym leader or anybody. He had a Moltres with Fire Spin, which endlessly hit me, and it did decent damage because it's coming from a legendary. So it was just always this ridiculous thing I had to deal with. For that, I will never forgive you, Moltres. Now face Bobby Darin's Surf. Back down onto... I'm tired of these encounters. Alright, you guys aren't seeing it as much because I'm presuming I'm going to cut all of this out, but I have gotten encounters so many times, just walking like a few steps further. I do wish I had repels, but look, we push the boulder down here, so it is down here now. What? Okay, we just gotta push it there. Cool. We gotta use strength again because it's a different floor. Yeah, as you can see, our team has been very diminished. I've been fighting a lot of the trainers as we've gone along. Here we are, and now another encounter, but up there, we should be able to continue onward now, and I think that's leading towards the end of this whole cave. Going through here, and through here, and finally we are out of the cave. I did ignore a few trainers there, but I will be doing those trainers again in the grinding session, because guess what? We're here. We're at the final plateau. The 4 final bosses, known as the Elite Four, are just beyond those doors over there. There's a store and a Pokemon Center here for us to prepare, but I'm also going to be doing a lot of training before we head there. I'm going to get all of our Pokemon to about level 50, seems like a good range. I mean, we can be a bit under-leveled, because as long as we do the right type advantages, and we do the right moves, we should be just fine. Now, it is going to take a little while to get to level 50 with all of these Pokemon, considering how long it takes to level up just once at this point of the game, but I will definitely get around to it as soon as possible, and I will see you guys then. Thanks so much for watching.